Hey everybody, this is Dr. J, Professor Spiking Cavallo, streaming live from Long Island, New York, and all points east, and the market is pointing down.
It is.
Despite a lot of bad news, which is now really bad news instead of good news.
Right. So now, by instead of reacting negatively to good news, we have to react negatively to bad news.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense. You can't have it both ways. Bad news is bad news, and good news is bad news.
It's the
Um,
sentiment is all negative. That whatever it is.
what people usually say in these situations is everybody's looking for an excuse to do what they're going to do anyway.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, the Fed is just sticking to their guns. They're going to keep raising for who knows how long, till we're in a deflationary recession.
Well, they seem so hair trigger sensitive. I don't know if it's going to get that far.
West Virginia. Netflix is up.
Okay, yeah. Well, you probably bought it right at the low.
Yeah, Netflix is up. I guess they had a good earnings.
Well, the subscriber growth looked, better than zero. So
Well,
that's
what was
something.
that? Nevermore, the most popular show on streaming. I,
Nevermore.
I think so. The Adams Family.
Oh, Wednesday.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Because the place that she lives in is Nevermore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
watched I
it's gotten.
watched it I watched it exactly one time.
Is it a movie or is it a series?
A series. It's
Oh,
unwatchable.
okay. That's not what my son says, but he
Well,
might just be referring to the star.
everybody loves it. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near as good as the original. If you like
Okay.
that kind of thing.
Well, I always watched that show.
Carolyn Zeta-Jones is nice, but other than that,
Carolyn Zeta Jones,
yeah,
as opposed to Carolyn Jones,
I don't know
who was
what her
the
name is.
who was the original Morticia.
Oh yeah, what's this one's name?
That'd be funny if it was. I'm not keeping an eye out.
Something Jones, the one that was married to Michael Douglas.
Yeah, it's Catherine Zeta Jones. That's actually interesting.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. All right, so we got a lot to look at. I'm tired of analyzing the Fed because what's the point? It's
The
just a
Fed
waste
doesn't
of
know what
time.
to do.
The Fed is just intent on putting us into the recessionary economy, and that's it. Right, but they're not going to stop. 25 points. They're going to bleed us to death with 25 points at a time.
All right. Well, it's better than 75.
I don't know. Then we get it over with.
Okay.
Who
I would like
knows?
you to go over a stock called CTXR when you
Oh
get a
yeah,
chance.
there's a lot of people in that. The $1.20, the small bio, right?
Yeah,
Well,
it's been making some good moves
we're
lately.
going to look at two other bios, Dare and Vax. They were requested,
Okay.
and we're going to look at Dermatech because I'm in it. I'm in all of them. I think I own too many bios. MicroStrategy, we're going to look at Ford, Tesla, XPEV, Fisker. We'll have a party.
We'll have a car party.
Yeah. And then for John, he wants Intalia.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I don't know what's going on with Intalia, but I sold my Prime the other day because the whole sector is looking a little weak.
It's been in the doldrums for over a
I
year.
mean, not biotech. I mean, gene editing.
In editing, yeah.
Biotech is actually looking pretty good.
Yeah, some bright spots on a daily basis.
Yep.
I miss the days when we were stock picking those.
Why did I think I
But we had
want
no
to
money
look?
now. That's why.
Yeah.
We don't have that exploratory money to just go and say, "Oh, let's try that one. Let's try that one."
Yeah.
I ran out of that money a while ago.
Yeah, I know exactly.
I
Keep
committed.
buying Amazon, keep buying Amazon, keep going down.
I committed a lot of my money to 4.5% 6-month T-bills.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have that much cash.
Would you say 6 month or 1 year?
6 months.
Okay, what the heck?
Yeah. 4.5. Now it's
Oh.
like 4, you know, so
I know. My wife asked me if we should do that, and I was looking at our situation. I said we're actually better off just paying our credit card debt.
yeah, that's always,
So I didn't take advantage of the 4%. Instead, I'm
always.
taking advantage of the 16%.
Yep.
Paying my
Dermatech
credit card gives me
finally had a
another
red
reason I have no
candle.
money.
Dermatech finally had a red candle yesterday after running up from the high ones.
Trim signal.
But remember on Tuesday, I said if it pulls back to just about where it pulled back, it's a buy. So what did I do? I added today
Good.
because I got to follow my own wisdom. You know, I'm not a man of my word. Sometimes MicroStrategy, I'm still happy with the action on Bitcoin. It's holding up.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
this
not
is
reflective in Coinbase, though.
this can be very explosive. You know that it could go to 900. This with any kind of Bitcoin recovery, it'll double from here on its way to 900. It was 900 when Bitcoin was at its peak at
Yeah.
70,000.
Well, the feeling I have about this Bitcoin business is that because people have been trashing it for so long, it's sort of like your friend breaks up with his girlfriend, so you trash her, and they get back together again. Still not.
You either
So
trash her or you call her up when you one or the other.
But anyway, that's the way I'm seeing these Bitcoin. This Bitcoin, it's you can get back up, but not the way you were. That's
Bitcoin. Let's
funny.
just take a look at Bitcoin. It's still over 21,000. What do you think? Is it topping here or will it have another run?
Well, I'm gonna think that's got a little bit more, but it's not gonna be anything close to what it was. Especially, I mean, look, there's no other place to put it. You can't put it in gold because of what the dollar's doing.
This meets your definition of a bottoming process. It was bottoming for months.
It certainly does.
So
I think the bottom is behind us on this one.
yeah,
On Bitcoin.
I tend to agree.
Crypto in general.
Well, not only crypto, but also spiders. I think the bottom is in.
Yeah, well, that's not to talk on these talking heads shows.
Well, that's probably why
They're
I
still
think
warning
that.
us about another 10%, if not more.
Yeah, well, another 10% would bring us down to about 350. That's still not that's still okay. 348 is the bottom,
Gotcha.
but it's close. Anyway, we're not going to quibble over a few points, right?
Well, certainly not. It's just directions we're talking about.
Let's look at the car makers. A sector that I don't like, but within the sector there may be some opportunity. Ford is collapsing on us. It's falling knife.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Is it going to go all the way back to 11? I think so.
Yeah, we got to start hearing more about that F-150.
I don't know.
Once it saves somebody from a flood, then we'll hear about it.
Maybe a hurricane, flood, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Testimonial. If it wasn't for my F-150, my family would have been stranded or something like that.
I'm liking Ford to go to low 11s, then I'll buy.
Okay.
Tesla's
It's probably a bargain at that price, I would think.
Tesla's
bought it at 19.
Tesla is looking like a value play at these prices instead of a growth company. The question is, will it maintain its 50% growth per year?
Well, is that what the multiple's depending on?
Yeah, that's what all the models are using, 50% growth a year.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to. So
Nah, this market's going to get saturated.
so
Soon enough.
what's my price target on Tesla? 180? Maybe. It'll go
So you
up.
don't think Tesla is gonna go below 100 again, or go below?
I don't think so. I think unlike Ford, I think Tesla's probably seen the bottom. This is a very convincing candle here, 1/6/2023. This turnaround candle. It's nice green engulfing. That would be 101.81. I think it holds. Well, we'll see. If the market collapses, it probably won't hold. But I'm betting that it won't collapse. At least I'm hoping it doesn't collapse. What about the next one, XPEV? So Tesla, do I think
Yeah,
it's a
that one.
buy? I'm not sure that it's an immediate buy, but it's certainly a buy. Let's say if it drops back to 10 points, 117. So I'm looking for bargains at this point.
So, yeah, so you're bargain hunting,
Yeah.
as if there is going to be a bit of a pullback.
XPEV I sold today because it was my weakest performer since the new year. So I got rid of it. And I'm looking to buy back at 730.
Yeah, the China turnaround might not. Somebody was saying that the China turnaround may be muted if the Chinese New Year makes a lot of people give each other COVID.
The year of the wabbit.
The wabbit,
The wabbit.
the school you wabbit.
Yeah. You rascally wabbit, you.
I think tomorrow is gonna be another down day.
So I'm bearish for 1 point on at least a point on XFEV, similar to Ford. I think you can get a point cheaper if you want to own that. Tesla probably you can get for $10 cheaper.
Yeah, I
Let's
guess.
see if there's any bargains
Yeah,
on.
it's
this.
interesting that you're bottom feeding a little bit.
Well, you have to, don't you?
In this market, you're probably right.
Fisker, I'm looking to buy this one at about 6.25. It's almost there.
Almost there. Yep.
Yeah.
Weren't you in this one for quite a while?
Yeah, I actually made money on this one. I'm out of it a long time.
Yeah.
The
Somebody must
Ocean,
have
the
pressed
Ocean,
the button.
what's it called? The Ocean SUV. That's a model that they're finally out with it. They have commitments for 300 not robocabs, but cabs from with Vigio. I don't know what Vigio is.
Huh.
Whoever they are, and they have other buyers lined up. You know, it's going to be slow. They gotta. It's going to take years before they ramp up, really. But it might be a good spec at about $6, 6.25. You might be able to get 6 to 10, something like that. Vax is on the move. So I meant to add to my Vax, but I didn't. Just an oversight. It goes up every day. I'm
Yeah,
scared to add
nice
to it at this point. You know, it's got to pull back eventually a little bit.
maybe to the mid spot of that big green candle.
I do like the democratization of COVID. That line in their website is cute. The democratization of COVID shots, or whatever you want to call it. And they also have Parkinson's and Alzheimer's in the pipeline.
Oh wow, okay.
So they have about three interesting drugs going for them. I think it's a good spec. Cheap stock, could run. I'm happy I bought it where I bought it, and I'm looking to add on pullbacks. If you don't own it, I would say the low of yesterday, 219 is I would try I would put in a buy at that level. Of course, my opinions are strictly our opinions are strictly our own, not investment advice. We're not investment advisors. We're not financial advisors. We ain't nothing.
No, we don't play. We don't even play one on TV.
No, we're nothing. We just a couple of guys that like to talk stocks. 3 guys, sometimes 4, sometimes
Sometimes
5,
four.
and the numbers vary. But so don't you got to do your own due diligence, of course, and form your own opinions. Study. Oh, I always recommend studying to my students, don't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like recommending brushing your teeth every day.
All right, Vax is an interesting bio, definitely. I remember about a month ago we looked at this one there, and I went way back for like a couple of years, and it just doesn't go below 80 cents, 84 cents. So I felt that 86 cents, it was a good buy when we looked at it. And sure enough, it broke out. Now it's finding support at the 200-day moving average. Unlike some of the others, I think if you want to buy this one, you buy it right here. At least a little, and then buy it if it goes lower down to the 100, add sitting at the 200. If it goes to the 100, add a little. All right, that's all I have for today.
Well, somebody requested tandem,
Okay.
so we might as well discuss that one.
Yeah.
Actually, Andrew wanted to look at that. I was just looking at the chart. It does have something interesting going on.
And I know those who have been in it for forever is really suffering with this one.
Yeah, I know the days of the 100 are definitely gone for a while.
It's been doing a Professor Spike basing for about 3 months.
Right, a long process of bottoming.
Long process of bottoming. It will eventually close the gap.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's headed that way. You got that upward trend.
I would say if you like this one based on fundamentals, set a target for $51. Take your profits as soon as it closes the gap. It's, I think, a pretty competitive area now. These devices for diabetes. I'm not sure it's the right place to be, but again, I'm not an expert on diabetes. And from the chart, it looks like it's playable for a swing trade. And really, the problem is the 100. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 times it bumped heads with the 100, got rejected by the 100. So it's got to, if it breaks the 100, another way to play it is if it closes above the 100, you go in. That would be another way to play it. Or buy now and sell for a scalp at $46.
Right.
Not even wait for 51.
And bail at that bottom.
Yeah, set a target, price target at if it's set, yeah, that would make sense. I want to see what that bottom is. It's quite low, 33.51.
Right. So you can lose 8 and make
To 51, make 10.
Make 10. Okay, fine.
It's about an even bet. The chart is, not conclusive here. It seems to have found support, but it also has clear resistance up above.
Do you have it, Dr. J?
Do I own it?
Mm-hmm.
No, I sold it a long time ago.
Yeah, I still have it.
Oh, wow.
Are you still holding on?
Yeah.
You know what I wanted to look at, and we'll call it a day?
CTXR.
One of my favorites.
Oh, that's right, CTXR.
One of my favorites. What did Kamal say?
CTXR.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it. Roblox is collapsing. I think it's a good time to step in. I like Roblox. They do nothing but grow their subscriber base. Why not? The young people like it. I like. If they like it, I like it.
Well, if they're going to get out of social media, maybe they'll get into this instead.
I think it's. Don't you think it's more than just a fad? It's got staying power. I think it's more than a fad at this point. And CTXR.
Yep.
If only the market would stabilize a little bit. No, I'm not asking for much.
Oh boy.
It's flying now, Kamal.
Yep. I have it.
That's good.
Good on you.
It moved up from 80 cents the beginning of the year to $1.20. That's a 50% move. More. That's that's 80% move, right?
Yep.
Well, whatever percent. I don't know.
So,
75.
I think it's going to continue going up.
Yeah, but actually, when they go straight up like this, you can expect a pullback, and you got to decide
Right.
whether you want to add or get rid of it. So, and if you don't own it, you're looking for a gap fill here at $1.13. It could pull back to $1.13, no question. These are highly volatile stocks. Let's just check while we're at it. The one we did the other day. ARDX, right? You see, look what happens. I said buy at 260. Did it hit 260 today? You remember I said wait for a
Yes.
pullback to 260. Didn't hit it. It hit 267. I was wrong again. Missed by seven. Missed
Also,
by seven.
tomorrow.
I missed
Yeah,
by
that's right.
7 pennies. Story of my life. I missed by 7 pennies. All right, that's it. That's it for today. It was very, very nice seeing you guys and all of our friends.
Likewise.
If you're not with us live, I hope you're enjoying the shoe, whenever it is that you're watching. And we'll see you all next time. Remember, Tuesday, Thursday, we're going to try to be good about it, 4:30 or maybe 5, something like that. Look for us. Ciao.
Take
Ciao,
care.
ciao.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.